will soon be on. My queen, your name will soon be on our marriage license. It feels crazy to even say it out loud. Not because I have doubts, but because for so long you were just a dream I carried quietly inside my heart. And now you're real. You're here. You're mine. There's something powerful about it. Seeing your name written beside mine, not just in texts, not just in dreams, but on something real, something lasting. It's not just ink on paper. It's a promise, a beginning. A quiet forever we're building together. One heartbeat, one soft day at a time. My queen, it's not about the piece of paper or the ceremony or the words we'll say in front of everyone else. It's about every moment that brought us here. Every fight we survived. Every tear we wiped away. Every smile that kept us holding on, even when life tried to tear us apart. It's about choosing you over and over, not because I have to, but because there's no one else my heart wants. Your name next to mine will mean more than anyone will ever understand. It will be a quiet shout to the world that says, she's my home, she's my forever. Soon, it won't just be whispered promises between us. It'll be written, signed, sealed. Proof that love like this doesn't just live in dreams, it lives in real life too. I've dreamed about calling you my wife for a long time now. Not just saying the word, but feeling it, deep in my chest, in the way my heart beats softer when you're near. I think about the way it will sound when I say it for the first time. My wife. Simple words, but carrying everything I've ever wanted in them. I imagine smiling too much when I say it, getting a little nervous, a little shy, like a boy seeing the sun for the first time. Because you'll be more than just my love, you'll be my family, my forever. The person I build my days and nights around. It's not just a title, it's a vow. A quiet promise I'll carry inside me, even on the hard days, even when life gets messy, even when nothing else makes sense. When I call you my wife, it won't be about rings or papers or traditions. It will be about choosing you in the middle of real life, in the middle of bills and tired mornings, in the middle of busy schedules and laundry piles, in the middle of our messy, beautiful, ordinary days. It'll mean I'm yours, every part of me. It'll mean I'm not going anywhere. My queen, your name will soon be right next to mine. Not just on a marriage license, but written into my whole life, written into every plan I have for tomorrow. And I can't wait to live every single page of that story with you. Sometimes I sit quietly and picture our wedding day. Not the perfect details, not the flowers, not the chairs lined up in a row, not even the fancy clothes. I picture the feeling when I see you walking toward me, heart in your smile, hope in your eyes, and the whole world going quiet around us. I picture standing there, my hands may be shaking a little, because the weight of that moment will be heavier and more beautiful than anything I've ever held before. I won't be thinking about the guests or the music or the decorations. I'll be thinking about you, about how lucky I am that you said yes, about how far we've come to get here, about how you are choosing me, not just for today, but for every tomorrow we're blessed to have when we say our vows. They won't just be words. They'll be every quiet promise we've already been living, every hard choice to stay, every small moment of forgiveness, every laugh that saved a heavy day. I don't need a perfect wedding. I don't need everything to go exactly right. I just need you, standing there, smiling at me like I'm your whole world. Because, my queen, you've already been mine long before papers were signed or vows were spoken. But soon, so soon, your name will be on our marriage license, and the world will finally catch up to what my heart has known all along. you're my forever. After the wedding, after the music fades and the guests go home, after the flowers wilt and the lights are turned off, that's when the real story begins. That's the part I dream about the most. I dream about us coming home together, to a place that's messy, full of unpacked boxes, half-eaten cake in the fridge, and hearts too full to sleep. I dream about mornings where we're still in pajamas at noon, cooking breakfast together, burning the toast, laughing so hard we forget we ever cared about anything else. I dream about rainy afternoons, blankets pulled up to our chins, movies playing in the background while we stay wrapped up in each other, building a life in the simple, quiet ways that no one else will ever see. I dream about the late night talks, the real ones, where we sit close, legs tangled, hearts open, sharing dreams we're too shy to say out loud during the day. I dream about the hard days too, because they'll come. Days when the world feels heavier than usual. Days when we don't have the answers. Days when we argue over stupid things and need time to cool off. But even in those days, especially in those days, I see us finding our way back. Choosing each other, always choosing. My queen, this life we're building, it won't be perfect. It'll be full of messy kitchens, crooked smiles, tired hugs, and love that shows up even when everything else feels broken. And that's the life I want. The real one. The beautiful, imperfect, lasting one. The one where your name isn't just beside mine on a piece of paper. It's written into every corner of my heart. Every chapter of our story, forever. I know life won't stay the same forever. There will be changes we didn't plan for. Dreams that shift. New roads we'll have to walk without knowing where they'll lead. There will be days when we feel lost. Days when we get tired. Days when nothing feels easy. But my love for you, that will never change. It will stay steady, even when everything else feels unsure. It will stay soft, even when the world tries to make us hard. It will stay real, even when life pulls us in 100 different directions. Because loving you isn't something I'm doing for now. It's not something that depends on good days or perfect circumstances. It's something I've already planted deep inside me, something that will grow roots stronger with every year we share. When the seasons of life change, I'll change too. I'll grow, I'll learn, I'll fail sometimes. But one thing will never shift. My choice to love you through it all, through gray hair and tired eyes, through days full of joy and days full of struggle, through every beginning and every ending. My queen, your name on our marriage license will just be the first step, a beautiful start to a lifetime of love that never gives up, never fades, never lets go. And every year that passes, I love you a little deeper, a little stronger, a little more beautifully than the year before. Because real love doesn't stay still. It grows. It becomes something even more powerful with time. And my heart, the one you chose, the one you'll stand beside, it's yours. Today, tomorrow, and every day we're blessed to share. I imagine it sometimes, years from now, just the two of us, sitting outside as the sun dips low in the sky. Maybe you'll be wrapped up in a soft sweater, your hair a little messier from all the life we've lived. Maybe I'll be slower, a little more worn, but still looking at you like you're the best thing that ever happened to me. We won't need fancy words then. We won't need big speeches. We'll just know. We'll look at each other and see all the seasons we survived. The storms that tried to break us, the moments we almost gave up, the days when love was the only thing that held us together. And we'll smile, soft and sure, because we'll know we kept every promise. We stayed patient. We stayed soft. We stayed in love. Even when life wasn't easy. Even when the road got longer than we thought it would be. There will be a deep, quiet pride between us. the kind you only earn when you build something real with your bare hands and your whole heart. I'll reach for your hand, just like I always have, and you'll squeeze it back, just like you always do. And in that simple touch, without saying a word, we'll both know we made it. Not to a perfect life, but to a real one. Built from love, built from choice, built from a million small moments where we decided it's you. It's still you. It will always be you. My queen, your name on our marriage license will be the beginning. But the real story, the beautiful, breathtaking story, will be the life we build, day after day, hand in hand. Sometimes I still stop and wonder, how did I get so lucky? Because out of everyone in this world, out of all the paths we could have taken, you chose me. You chose to trust me. You chose to stay. You chose to build something real with me, even when it would have been easier to walk away. And that choice, your choice, means more to me than anything I could ever explain. You changed everything I believed about forever. Before you, forever sounded like a story other people got to have. Something too good, too far, too impossible for someone like me. But then you came in, soft and steady, and showed me that forever isn't a grand, distant thing. It's in the way you reach for my hand, without thinking. It's in the way you stay calm when life gets messy. It's in the way you look at me, like you see something worth loving, even on my worst days. You taught me that forever is built in the quiet choices. Choosing patience, choosing forgiveness, choosing each other even when it's hard. You gave me a forever that feels real. A forever I can wake up to. A forever I can build with my own hands. My queen, your name on our marriage license will be proof of something I already carry deep inside my soul. That you are my always, my anchor, my safe place, my greatest blessing. And every day I get to stand beside you, love you, choose you, I'll be grateful all over again. Grateful that you chose me too. This is the older woman I'm talking about. The one who didn't walk into my life like a storm. She walked in like a calm wind. Slow, steady, and unnoticed at first. I didn't expect her. I didn't look at her the way people expect a young man to look at someone older. But there was something in her presence that felt different, not forced, not loud, just real. She spoke less, but said more. She moved slower, but with more meaning. She didn't try to be impressive, and
Ayan guys, tignan nyo guys. He attached my Facebook link, Facebook profile. So this is it. Ayan guys. I don't understand why. I don't really understand. So this link, it's like a computer work. So they're clever, right? They're smart. So in all over the YouTube channel, only this channel have attached my Facebook link. Before, Hamdan Fastry and We Love Dubai too. So now they are gone. I don't know where they go. So now I already show you. So this is it. So we back to YouTube. So this is it. Did you see the file Facebook and then profile.php? I just touched just now. So again, you want to say I touch again? So this is it. This is my Facebook profile. So, take a look guys. Need to ayan. So, okay. So you need to sign up. But in other account, I am checking other account. It's different. So okay. So later I show you. So we continue to watch.
Maybe that's what made her unforgettable. The first time we sat down and talked, I felt like someone had finally turned the noise down around me. She didn't interrupt. She didn't rush to reply. She just listened, and that was new to me. I've been around people who talk to be heard. She talked to understand. She didn't care about who I was trying to be. She cared about who I really was. Beneath the pride, the image, the habits I wore like armor. This woman, she saw through all of that. And she didn't flinch. She didn't back away when I got quiet. She didn't panic when I didn't know how to express myself. That's why I keep talking about her. Not because of her age, not because she's older, but because she's wiser in all the ways that actually matter. She made me feel like I didn't have to perform, like I didn't have to be strong all the time. And when you've carried yourself alone for a long time, that kind of softness, it doesn't feel small. It feels like home. There were moments she surprised me. Not with big gestures or perfect timing, but with the kind of presence most people don't even notice is rare. Like the time I was quiet for too long, and instead of asking what was wrong, she simply said, "It's okay, you don't have to talk. I'm still here." She didn't need explanations. She didn't press for answers. She just made space for me in a way no one else ever had. It was the first time I realized not every silence is meant to be filled. Some are meant to be shared. And when she did speak, it was always something I didn't know I needed to hear. Not advice in a lecturing kind of way, but reflections, real, lived truths from someone who had already walked through the same fires I was still learning to name. She once told me, "You don't have to rush to figure everything out. Peace doesn't come from knowing everything. It comes from being okay with not knowing it all." And I remember sitting there just breathing slower, because for once I felt seen, not sized up. She didn't judge me for being young. She didn't treat me like I was lost. She treated me like I was growing. And she respected that growth instead of demanding I move faster. I didn't realize how deeply that kind of understanding would affect me. It wasn't about attraction. It wasn't about proving anything. It was about how she made me feel. Safe in my uncertainty, comfortable in my confusion, and never less than, because I hadn't figured it all out yet. This is why I talk about her. Not because she's older, but because she's present in a way most people aren't. What started as quiet moments turned into something deeper. Not rushed, not labeled, just real. I didn't even realize it was happening at first. But slowly something in me started to shift. I started feeling safer around her than I did with people my age. Not because she tried harder, but because she didn't try at all. She just was. Her calm taught me to slow down. Her honesty taught me to stop pretending. And her attention. It reminded me that love isn't always loud. Sometimes it's just being there when no one else is. She never made me feel like I had to earn her care. She never praised me just for showing effort, like love was something I had to compete for. Instead, she'd say things like, "You don't have to be more than you already are to be valued." And I'd sit there quietly realizing that maybe all this time I'd been giving myself away to people who only saw pieces of me. But she saw all of me and still chose to stay. It made me think differently about love. It made me understand that maturity isn't about age. It's about how you handle someone's heart. She handled mine gently, never rushed it, never pushed it. She made love feel like something I didn't have to chase. And for a man who was always told to be strong, to keep moving, to never get too attached, that kind of love, the kind that says you can rest here, it changes you. It makes you stop searching. It makes you stop doubting. It makes you believe that maybe, just maybe, you are worthy of the kind of love that feels like peace instead of pressure. Being with her taught me something I didn't expect: how to love better. Not just how to feel love, but how to give it back in ways that actually matter. Before her, I thought love was about doing more, buying the right things, saying the right words, showing up even when I had nothing left in me, because I was afraid of losing people. But she taught me love doesn't always look like effort. Sometimes it looks like stillness. Sometimes it's quiet support, or choosing to listen instead of fix, or simply respecting someone's space without taking it personally. She never needed grand gestures. She appreciated thoughtfulness, consistency, the little things, and that made me look at myself differently. It made me slow down, pay closer attention, and learn how to be present without trying to control the moment. I started doing small things with more intention, not to impress her, but because I finally understood the language of real love. She'd notice when I remembered what tea she liked. She'd smile when I sat beside her without needing to speak. She'd place her hand over mine when I let her see the parts of me I used to hide. And she'd say, "Z, that's love, simple, steady, honest." With her, I grew, not because she pushed me, but because she made space for me to be soft and still feel strong. That's what made her different. She didn't just give love, she helped build it in me. And because of her, I now carry a version of love that isn't afraid to go slow, to go deep, to stay. There was a moment, small, quiet, but it changed everything. We were sitting together, not doing anything special, just existing in the same space, breathing the same air, sharing the same silence. She was reading, I was just watching her, thinking about how peaceful everything felt. No pressure to talk, no need to fill the space with noise. And it hit me, right there. She had yet become essential to my peace. Not because I depended on her to fix me, not because she made life perfect, but because around her, I finally felt like myself, without fear, without filters, without all the weight I usually carried around. It was the kind of calm I didn't even know I was looking for until I found it. She didn't make me question my worth. She didn't make me guess if I mattered. She made me sure. And in a world that constantly made me feel like I had to fight for love, prove myself to be chosen, or earn someone's attention, she made me feel like just being there was enough. That moment, as small as it was, shifted something inside me. I realized she wasn't just someone I cared about. She was someone who helped me understand myself. She taught me what it meant to be loved without performance, to be cared for without conditions, to be seen in full and still be embraced with softness. This is the older woman I'm talking about. The one who didn't just touch my heart, she quieted my soul. Since she came into my life, my view of the future changed. Not in some big flashy way, but in small quiet thoughts that started showing up in everyday moments. I'd see a chair by the window and think, she'd love to sit there with her tea. I'd walk past a bookstore and imagine us browsing the shelves together, talking softly about stories and life and nothing at all. Before her, my future felt like something far away, uncertain, blurry, unshaped. But now, it feels softer, warmer, more real. Because now I can picture not just success, not just goals, but peace. And she's there in all of it. Not because she's flashy or demands to be seen, but because she simply fits. Her presence isn't something that takes up space. It creates space for comfort, for truth, for love that's not in a rush. And I know some people might not understand. They might look at us and ask questions. They might see the age, the difference in years, and assume it's strange or that it won't last. But they don't see the way she looks at me like I'm more than enough. They don't feel the calm she brings just by being in the room. They don't know how she makes me better without even trying. So no, I'm not looking for approval, because love like this, true love, doesn't always make sense to others. It only has to make sense to the two hearts involved. And mine, it's never been more sure. This is the woman I want beside me. Not because she completes me, but because she reminds me that I was already whole. And that being seen, really seen, is the most beautiful feeling in the world. We've faced things, quiet things. The kind people don't say to your face, but you feel in their glances, in their tone, in the way conversations shift when you walk into the room together. Some people smile politely, but you can tell they're wondering, why her? Why someone older? What could he possibly see in her? And at first I felt the weight of it, felt like I had to explain myself, justify something that didn't need justifying. But she never flinched, never changed. She didn't try to prove her worth, because she knew it. And the way she carried herself taught me something important. Love doesn't beg to be understood. It just continues to be. She never asked me to defend us. She just showed up every day with the same calm, the same care, the same steady love that reminded me what really matters. And slowly I stopped caring about opinions, because what I have with her isn't for display. We should. It's not for anyone's approval. It's ours. And the more time passed, the more I realized the way she listens to me, supports me, challenges me in the softest ways. No one has ever done that. This woman has sat with me on my lowest days, celebrated me without jealousy, and held my emotions without calling me weak. She sees me without conditions, without assumptions, without needing me to be anything more than human. And if the world can't understand that, that's okay, because the only person I needed to understand me already does.
So take a look, guys. This is Pakistan channel. Did you see? This is Pakistan channel. So this channel is look like company. So okay. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe my YouTube channel Rose13185. RSS Rose Farm Blog. Thank you and have a nice day. Good night. Bye bye.